Hello and welcome back to Tits, Tums and All Things Mum. I'm with the lovely Anna today. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very glad to be here.
Can we start with an anecdote
Yeah,
about yesterday? What happened yesterday?
So I was getting ready to come to record a podcast yesterday, and I text Lottie just to say, I'm just running a little bit late because my children's bus wasn't on time. And she was like, no, the podcast is tomorrow. So
I'm just so glad you messaged me.
I'm so glad.
And so glad that I just happened to be logged into that Instagram page at that time, because normally I don't log into that page until the evening. But I was logged in for some reason and I saw your message and I was like, have I got the wrong day? Because we're both ADHD, so it could have been either one of us getting the wrong day.
The irony of coming to talk about ADHD and making that big boo-boo. Anyway, at least it wasn't, I thought it was today and it was yesterday.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And at least you didn't get all the way here and then we're like, where's Lottie?
I'll be going to IKEA on the way home.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly. do go to IKEA. It's great. So we're going to talk about all things sort of ADHD and parenting children with ADHD and autism today. But could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I am Ana Bonasera and I am a mum of 5 children, all who are either autistic or ADHD. My eldest is 13. I then have twins. They also have learning disabilities and one is minimally speaking. So they're both at special needs school. Then I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old girl who is absolutely wild. Honestly, having a girl after 4 boys, I thought I'd have this like dainty, petite little ballerina. Yeah. I took her to ballet. Honestly, I should be taking her to break dancing lessons.
But then I suppose she's got 4 brothers. So
she rules.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No word of a lie. She is. It's going to be great characteristics for when she's an adult.
Yeah.
Free spirit, strong and independent, just very hard to parent.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Usually it's like the girls are the easier ones, isn't it? Because my daughter is my eldest and she was literally like the easiest child. She was so easy. You could sit her down with a toy and she'd play with it for like an hour or do some colouring. And then we decided to have my son and we wanted more children. And I was like, yeah, we'll have my son. And he was the reason we now only have 2 children and my husband's got the snip because I couldn't have another one of him. I think I'd be put into an early grave. He just jumps off of stuff just to see what will happen. And I'm scared that one day that thing that he jumps off of is going to be like really tall. Yeah. And he's going to break something. No, but he's just absolutely wild.
It's crazy, these youngest children. And for Christmas, she asked for a baby sister.
Oh,
and that's not happening.
No. Are you done?
I'm done. I'm not having any more. But it's just typical that she's the one child who was like begging me to have more. She probably would have been good as an oldest child. But anyway, she's just going to have to deal with waiting for some cousins.
Yeah. My daughter really wants a baby sister because she tries to dote on my son, but he's so anti that. Like, he doesn't want to be touched. He doesn't want to be like mollycoddled, and she just wants to mother someone.
That's so hard.
So she mothers all my friends' babies, but she wants her own to mother. And I'm just like, no, absolutely not. She's going to have to wait for cousins as well to look after because I'm done. I'm out. And it's nice, like, when, I suppose you're not quite there yet, but you start to get your life back a little bit when they're a little bit older, don't you?
Yeah.
But I guess you're still in
week childcare free now.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's at childminders 2 days and then 1.5 days at preschool, and then my mum does the other half. So
good.
I'm just starting to feel a little bit more like I have some of me back.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Mine didn't go to any childcare, so it wasn't until they went to school that I got like my free time. So with my youngest being 5, it's only been like in the last year or so that I've actually felt like I've got myself back a little bit. So it is wild. So you talk a lot about having ADHD yourself. How have you found the combination of you having ADHD and parenting neurodiverse children as well?
I think the biggest thing for me is understanding that I do have ADHD because the issues I was having as a parent were because I have a different brain and I was trying to parent, I was trying to work, I was trying to organise the house, I was trying to live as a person who doesn't have an ADHD brain. Like, you know, you read the books, you see your parents, how they parented, how other people around you parent now with social media and stuff. Yeah. And I was trying to do things that just didn't work. Like, I can't stay up to date with things like school admin.
I think they should have some sort of support for neurodiverse parents that struggle with the school admin.
Yeah.
There should be some. I know it's a lot to ask when there's no budget in schools, but I really struggled to keep on top of the school admin, and like I just feel like they should be a bit more understanding of like that kind of thing, but I don't know how they could do that.
I think it's hard, isn't it? Like in my mind, I'm like, why isn't there letters? But then also letters would get lost. I know
I would never open them.
They've swapped to a different app at the minute, and I'm like, I can't work this app out. I'm really tech savvy, but where is all the stuff?
That we have like 5 different apps, and like there's all sorts of different things, and I just get overwhelmed and shut down, and I'm just like, no, I'm not looking at that.
And then you ignore it, and then you miss the non-school uniform days. I've had that issue.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are things that I now do, I put in place to make it better. So like one thing that I really struggle with is like knowing when the inset days were. So now at the end of a school year, I know I need to sit down with my phone and I need to look at the calendars, because there are 5 kids across 4 different schools.
Oh God.
And see when everyone is starting the term, ending the term. So if I have those basics at least, I know that I'm done. And then I'll have reminders in my phone, like the digital is a bit of me. Like I'm not a paper calendar type of person. Having that so I can actually have a reminder set twice. So once a week before, once a day before. So I then know that it's coming and I can see it. It has made a real big difference. But I think one of the hardest things being an ADHD mum and having children who are ADHD autistic as well is the emotional regulation.
Oh yes.
I know we talked briefly about this a minute ago, but it's how we feel and how we pick up on how they feel. So like when I have a child who's in meltdown and they are up here, the struggle to stay calm, stay at a level is really hard. And before I knew that I was ADHD, or before I really started working on emotional regulation, I would just end up matching them. So I would panic. I would be in a state of anxiety. It's that fight, flight or freeze mode, isn't it? Like that's where your children are, and that's where you kind of are, because if you haven't learned it, you don't know what you're doing. I think that's been a real big realization. Like last summer, we all went on holiday with my mum and her partner and my brothers and sisters. So we're all staying in a house, and I was on edge before we even left. And then we like hit standstill traffic for an hour and a half. Trying to keep all the kids entertained. And then when we got there, we're staying in an Airbnb. So obviously you're worrying about like a thing's going to get broken. And then one of my twins, who's also very minimally speaking, he got hold of a bottle of Fanta. And I just panicked seeing him that, thinking, oh my God, he's going to spill it everywhere. We're going to have to pay they're going to take the deposit money and stuff. And so I, instead of calmly like trying to get it away, I panicked and started going towards him to get it quite quickly, and then he just ran away from me.
Oh no.
So then we were like doing this like cat and mouse. Eventually we came together and I grabbed it, he squeezed, and it literally went everywhere, over him, over me, over the carpet. And he was in a meltdown because he had his pajamas on already, and he was like, then he only wanted to wear those pajamas, so they were sticky, then they were wet, and it was just awful. And that was the moment where I was like, I don't want to be like this. I want to be able to handle it calmly and know what to do. But what I've learned is when we are in that fight, flight or freeze mode, is our brain just goes offline and we can't think rationally. So we just panic and we do whatever, comes to our subconscious mind. So I really had to like train my brain to actually think, what do I need to do in those steps? Like, how can I remain calm? And that's probably been the biggest impact positively for me as a parent, parenting children who have got neurodivergent.
But it's hard, isn't it? Like, because you see all these pages, the gentle parenting pages. I've had to unfollow them all because they drive me a little bit mad, because they're the way they put it across. Don't get me wrong, there are some good ones out there that say like, this is not always the case. Sometimes you do end up shouting, sometimes this happens, but there are some pages out there that are very much like, if you shout, you're a bad mum, and stuff like this, and they just make you feel terrible because they tell you how you should be parenting. But as an ADHD mum, that is really freaking hard, because not only are you trying to regulate other people, like little people's emotions. You're trying to regulate your own when you've got a brain that is wired differently. And I think that's what these pages don't take into account, is that some people aren't able to regulate their own emotions all the time. And that is my biggest problem with my ADHD. We were speaking before, I've got the time management under control. I don't procrastinate anymore. I kind of manage life a lot better than I used to. I used to be late all the time. I'm never late now. But it's the emotional side of it that I really, really struggle with. And in parenting, that is what's tough. My husband is definitely ADHD as well. So between the four of us, we're just going like this. Everyone's getting higher and higher and higher. And it takes for one person to be like, hold on a second, like we need to all just calm the fuck down, for it to just stop, because we're all just heightening each other and it just ends up becoming like an absolute mess.
I think that's the hardest point as well. It's like we are the generation where we're breaking the cycles, like
trying to.
Like I love my mum and my dad, but they weren't taught this. They never were able to teach me this. So it's like we have to teach ourselves how to regulate our emotions, as well as then teaching our children. And that's why I really try and lead by example with my kids. Is that I do shout. I just think if there's people out there who don't shout, there must be a different breed, because I can't imagine not being able to not shout in that moment. And maybe it's the impulsivity of ADHD, who knows. But if something, it's very hard to control your emotions. And I think what we should be doing is just be working out in front of our children. So like if I shout, like I say, I've snapped at the kids because it's not their fault, but they've asked me something at the wrong time, and I'm just like, I will apologize. I'll say, I'm sorry, like it's not your fault. This is how mummy's feeling. This is why I'm feeling this way, and this is what I'm going to do. And that has made such a positive impact. And like sometimes when I'm not necessarily just shouty but upset, and I'll say, I just sometimes mum just needs a hug. And my 7-year-old actually the other day when he saw I was upset, he was like, do you need a hug? So he like heard what I needed before, remembered, and then offered it, which I just thought made cute. Like that's like amazing. So I get to like be the role model and model that behaviour, and hopefully when they're having their meltdowns, then they'll be able to voice what it is they need, or even try and begin to identify what it is they need to calm down.
We use the word frazzled as our word for being overstimulated or just overwhelmed, all those big feelings. So like when I'm feeling stressed, I'll say to my kids, Mummy's just feeling a bit frazzled right now. And quite often that will mean that me and my husband will swap. I'll go in the bedroom for a bit and just take 10 minutes. And I've noticed my daughter saying it now as well. And she's got like a little like safe space under her cabin bed where she's got squishies and fidgets and all that stuff. And she'll be like, Mummy, I'm frazzled. And then she'll just go in there and just have like a timeout. So it's nice that they kind of understand. And I've actually said to my children as well that we have brains that are different to everyone else, and other people have brains that are different, because my son started calling this particular boy at school naughty. And I know this boy at school is quite severely autistic, but my son doesn't know what that means. So he was like, oh, he's so naughty. He does this, he does that. So I had to sit him down and explain to him, like, he might not be being naughty. He has a brain that's different to other people's brains, and just explain that sometimes these people just need to be understood rather than like called naughty. So it's just about that awareness, isn't it, for them, that everyone's brains are so different.
And I think it's good that he's growing up in an environment where there are children who are severely autistic. Because, like, I had one of my TikToks go viral, and they were like, "Oh, no one was like that around in my day." And
we definitely did in my day.
Probably like locked up in mental institutions, and like, there's these awful images where like children or young adults are like chained to radiators, and that's only in the 80s.
Oh God, that's awful.
And that's just because they're different.
It's
so
wild,
it's good that in this day and age, like, children are growing up around children who are disabled in different ways.
Definitely. So how do you kind of describe ADHD to people who don't understand what it is? Because I didn't realise that people without ADHD can turn their brain off, like it can be quiet. My brain is never quiet. And when I explained that to someone who didn't have ADHD, they were like, what? Like, your brain is just always talking? It's like, not just one, talking. It's like 7 things and a song and other stuff going on at once. So how do you describe it?
I think like we have such a more awareness now. But like when I first discovered that I was ADHD, it was actually through my eldest. And Cam's, I knew that he was autistic and was struggling with anxiety. But when they also say that he like marked highly for ADHD, I was like, what? He is not at all. And then when I learned about the 3 different types, impulsivity and hyperactivity, which is what we see generally, like the little boy who's like bouncing off the walls, might be seen as naughty, can't sit still, can't focus. And then the inattentive side is where it's in your brain. And then the third is both combined, which I am combined.
Same.
Yeah. So I think it's trying to describe that we all have different processing systems, and it's like you look at the phone, different phone companies, you have Apple and then you have Android. Like if you were to try and put some of the programs from Apple into an Android, they wouldn't work, and vice versa. So I like to think of myself as an apple. I'm
a broken apple.
You're a broken apple.
Do you not just feel like you're broken sometimes? Like as much as it is like a diagnosis and you know that there is this like chemical problem in your brain and your brain actually like doesn't fire the way it's supposed to, but sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I'm just like, I'm so broken. I'm not gonna lie, yesterday after I realised that I had got the wrong day, I was like, why am I like this? Why am I like this? And I think that's just part of it going undiagnosed for so long. Because if we had known this back when we were at school or, you know, however long we have been struggling, we would have put systems in place already. We wouldn't be trying to follow systems that work for neurotypical people that don't work for us. And we might not have as many challenges as we do now. And I think that's kind of like the pain that we have to like unravel. And like I'm always talking about, we just need to throw out like the shoulds of life. Like it should be done this way, it should be done that way. And just trial and error what works for us. And giving ourselves that, I hate this term, but giving ourselves grace. I think it's so American, but just cutting ourselves a bit of slack. Like we make these mistakes. What can we do in the future to make sure we don't make these mistakes? Okay, they might still happen, but just knowing that these little things happen, and at the end of the day, is it a big deal? Like, is it life-changing, these little things? Some things are, definitely. But I think that's why the discovery part is so important. Like getting an assessment is brilliant, and you know, I'm glad I did go through the process. But it's not necessary, and it's not for everyone. You know, the amount of admin you have to do to get there, and especially if you've got neurodivergent kids as well, the amount of admin you already have to do for them, and then you have to do your own. It's just not for everyone. But it is so validating, though, isn't it? Like I cried my eyes out the day I got the diagnosis, because I was just like, this whole time, all these years when I've struggled with everything, finally I've got a reason for that. It wasn't me just being a shit human. It was me actually having a problem with my brain. And it was just such a like relief, but also kind of a heartbreak at the same time that little girl that struggled so much had a reason all along, but didn't know it at the time. So and I
think that's another way that women, girls, we are so overlooked in so many ways. We're just told that we're overdramatic. Or
I got diagnosed with anxiety like from such a young age. But if they'd have actually delved into it, they'd have been like, oh no, she's actually got ADHD.
And I think that's why, you know, talking about it like we are now is so important, so that we can get it out there. But it's even still now, they're saying they won't diagnose girls until they're age 7. But which I just think is so wrong.
But why girls though? Because my daughter is 7, my son is 5, but they're diagnosing him easily. Like I just don't understand why there's this differentiation between boys and girls to diagnose.
I don't know whether it's to do with hormones. I don't know whether it's to do with the fact that they don't have enough research on how it presents in girls, because all the research was just done on boys. Again, overlooked.
But that's what it was, wasn't it? Back in the day, like kids with ADHD were usually boys that were your typical naughty boys that got kicked out of class and stuff. But actually all along, it wasn't just that, because the inattentive type they're just in their head. They're your typical like anxious child.
Daydream.
Yeah, daydreamers.
Tried harder.
Yeah, like failing in some subjects because they're not able to concentrate. So yeah, all this time, all these children have been overlooked, and it's just really sad, isn't it, that they could.
And that's why we're seeing the increase. Like, it's not that more people are now ADHD. It's just more people are.
They were always there. Yeah, they were always there. They just didn't have the support that they needed.
Yeah,
which is really sad. But what's one piece of advice you would give to a mum that is maybe ADHD or autistic, that is also parenting ADHD or autistic children as well? Because that is really fucking hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I think find your community, like you were saying about unfollow the gentle parenting people who piss you off.
Yeah.
And find people who have a life like yours.
Yeah.
Like just the shoulds, the rule books, the parenting guides that are written by people who don't have your brain and don't have your life as well.
Yeah.
Because even like between us, we have both ADHD, but we both have very different lifestyles and very different challenges.
Yeah.
But we can also relate on so many different things and sympathise.
Yeah.
Once you are friends with someone who has ADHD and you mess up like yesterday, luckily in a positive, in a non-detrimental way. You understand more and you have less judgment as well.
We just laughed. That was so ADHD.
I was like, okay, see you tomorrow.
Because if it wasn't you, it would have been me. So yeah. My best friend has got ADHD as well. And I love our relationship because we're just like, time for a mentee bee. And then we just mentee bee at each other constantly about our ADHD brains. And I love that.
Yeah. I love that too. It makes such a difference having people who understand and who get it. And the emotional regulation side, like we were talking about earlier, taking time to really understand what triggers you and what sets you off. Like I've started doing this thing. I can't remember who it was, but I saw it on TikTok. Someone did it. Like I will look around the house and I'll say, what can I do now that future Anna will thank me for?
I love that.
And to begin with, I was like, oh no, I can't be bothered. Like, I can't bother to get off the sofa and do things and get ready for the morning.
Yeah.
But one morning I woke up and I normally put the dishwasher on overnight and the dishwasher was gurning. It was making this noise and it had been on all night with no water to it. And all of a sudden my mind was like, oh my God, we could have died in our sleep. We could have gone up in flames. And that urgency changed how I did everything and made me take serious what can I do today that future Anna's going to thank me for. So now I've changed how I do my evening routine. Some days I don't do it, but because I'm more forgiving of myself, because I'm more understanding that some days I'm not going to do it, I'm more likely to jump on the horse. Whereas like we're in January right now, I know it's going to come out later, but everyone goes into January saying, I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, right? 5 days a week, new year, new me, all that. And the reality is when you get to day 3 and you don't make it to the gym, you beat yourself up, you make yourself feel bad, you say, oh, you're so lazy, you have all these negative thoughts that go on inside your brain, and you don't go to the gym. Maybe you don't go to the gym this week, next week. But if you were just to lower your expectations and say, okay, I'm just going to go once a week. If you make it once a week and you're like, hell yeah, I did it. Goal achieved. Then maybe the next day you'd be like, I could probably go again today. And that's an extra bit then. So
I have like a scoring system for myself. It's so weird. I'll actually show it to you. It's called Master My Life List, basically. And this is it. I'll show the camera as well. But I basically have a list of tasks that I need to get done in a week. So 3 times exercise, 1 self-care evening, 1 date night evening, and then things on each day. And then I tick them if I do them. And it's not about ticking every single one, but at the end of the week, I add up how many ticks I've got. And I'm like, I get a score out of however many there are there. And that's
you
how...
treat yourself?
Yeah, I treat myself. You either score green, orange or red. And it's not about like, oh, you've done badly this week. It's about what happened this week to make me get that score. Was I unwell? Was I on my period? Was I like busy with whatever? And that's literally how I get through my life, is like going through my list every single day. Because without a list, I have no idea who the fuck I am, what I'm doing, where I am. So yeah.
But that's good that you can hold back and be like, okay, I know this was a red week, but this is why. And it doesn't put you down.
No.
Because you're having that mindset. It's really important.
I think that's the thing with ADHD or any neurodiversity, is that you recognize that you are wired differently and you're not a bad person for not achieving the things that you set up yourself to achieve or that other people are achieving. So yeah, it's be kind to yourself, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. So on that note, we are going to do show and tell. So, show and tell, you have bought your ADHD workbook. Talk us through it. What does it do?
So, this is called Discover Your ADHD. And I like to use the term discover rather than diagnose, because not everyone has a diagnosis. It's all about the discovery.
Yeah.
And I wanted to create something that was a bit fun to do and colourful.
I already love the colours.
Yes, but also practical. So it's in different parts, and the first part is all about myths and facts, but also if you are going for an assessment, it's got the DSM-5 criteria, which is the diagnostic system definitely in England, maybe in the UK. And it has both the inattentive and the hyperactive things. So you can write notes.
Oh, amazing.
Because if I do not write notes and don't understand the questions that they're asking, because they're sometimes phrased a bit weirdly, then I won't remember everything that I'm challenged with.
Yeah.
And you won't get an accurate assessment then.
Yeah.
But it's also good to make you aware of then what struggles you are having if you're not going for a diagnosis.
Okay.
But because I know it's a workbook, I know what we're like with ADHD. We buy something shiny and new, and then we...
How many notebooks have you bought in your life every time you start a new project?
Honestly, I've done a clear out recently.
Yeah, same.
And I was sat at the bottom of a huge cupboard and I was like, this is sad. How many notebooks I've got of like ideas that I've not finished.
But when you're buying it, doesn't it make you feel like you're going to conquer the world with this notebook?
It does.
And it's like, this is what's going to change my life. This notebook's going to change my life. And then it just ends up shoved in the pile with all the other million notebooks that have like died.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that is called object permanence, because once we put it somewhere and we forget about it, it doesn't exist anymore.
I tried to explain this to my friend the other day, because I tried to explain the fact that when I forget to reply, it's because that friend no longer exists in my brain, and not in a bad way that I've forgotten, but if they're not like showing up regularly in my life, or there's things that aren't reminding me of them, they don't exist in my brain. And it sounds horrible, doesn't it?
It does.
But it's how our brains work.
It just is. We don't mean it in any way. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, but we don't know you exist once you're not like there. So if people aren't constantly messaging me, like if I forget to reply a month ago and they've not gone like, hello, I'm still here, you literally aren't still there. Like you don't exist to me. No. So it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So because I don't want us to suffer with object permanence, and I want us to actually discover and find your strengths and your weaknesses and work out what ADHD is for you. When people buy this, I also created the ADHD Mum Club. So we then have a WhatsApp community where we all chat, and actually about 4 or 5 of the mums have gone after an assessment, so we've been able to go back and forth and help each other with that. And then we meet once a month. So we actually go through body doubling. If you haven't heard of it, is life-changing, doing the stuff together. So you actually make your way through the workbook bit by bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get some like ADHD mum friends as well, because I think that's something that's really hard. Is I have walls up a lot of the time because I'm masking, and then I don't feel like I build those connections with people because I never open myself up enough to build them. So I only have like 2 or 3 really close friends because they're the only ones that I've allowed myself to open up to. So it's hard, isn't it?
It is really hard.
Yeah.
And the unmasking process of working out who you actually are rather than the person.
I don't have a freaking clue. I was talking about this the other day on my stories. I actually sometimes don't know who I am because you're so many different people wherever you are. Like I work in ICU, and the person I am at work in ICU is so far from who I actually am. I think I'm probably most myself when I'm sat here or when I'm with like people that know me for me.
Yeah.
When I'm at work though, I'm like, who even am I? Like, this is not me. It's so weird.
Like just step into that other roles, like being a chameleon.
It's weird that we can do that though, isn't it?
It is.
Very, very weird.
I think it's needed sometimes. Like maybe you need that. Do you know what I mean? You need to put that hat on and be that person.
Definitely.
But I think when it's exhausting is the fact that when we're just constantly pretend to be someone just to try and fit in.
Yeah.
And I think what's really important is the fact that we don't want people to fit in, whether it's in school, in work. We want people to feel like they belong.
Yeah, definitely. But there's definitely been times in my life where having ADHD has caused issues and has caused me to get in trouble or to not fit in.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I've learnt to have to be someone else to not cause those rifts and issues before. So have you felt that as well?
Yeah, I think when it comes to like being friends, I didn't really have like a set friendship group.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like flitted between different people. And I think that was almost like confusing because it's like, who are you today?
Yeah.
Who are you going to be today? And because of that, I felt like I've not really had like a solid best friend foundation.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really affected me growing up.
Yeah.
And yeah, having to be a different person. And I think the most myself I've ever been is like when I went to drama school and I could just be like this. Everyone was like outgoing, flamboyant, wear what you want.
Yeah.
And I think going from that then to motherhood and trying to find myself again, there's definitely been, you know, peaks and troughs and a roller coaster. And I feel like I'm now not trying to follow the trends, not trying to be like other people, and just trying to set my own path now on my own way. Good.
And sometimes that means you do have to cut people and circumstances out of your life, because like if there comes a time when you feel like you drop your walls down and you become yourself, and then that's met with like, I don't know, you know, when people just don't seem to get you. Yeah. And then you're just like, no, but I don't want to have to pretend to be someone that I'm not. So you just cut. Snip, snip. I do a lot of snipping in my life.
Snip, snip.
Snip, 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 snip. Husband?
I can't convince mine.
No, can't you? No. Oh God, no. Yeah, you need to. Honestly, I can't be dealing with any more babies. Anyway, we are now going to do spin and spill with the wheel, and at the end we'll figure out where we can get that online. So here we have it, the spin and spill wheel. If you want to give it a big spin, we will see what you get. Oh, that's we never get this one. What has been your worst part of motherhood? I mean, you're parenting 5 neurodivergent children, so that's really freaking hard.
I think in the past it's been summer holidays.
Oh God, yeah.
I know, it's like this summer holidays has been transformational because of how awful last year was. Yeah. And we've actually had extra support and things in place. But amazing. It is summer holidays or just holidays generally. Yeah. Like that, no routine. Oh, yeah. I just didn't realise how much pressure there is. Yeah. And especially when you have children who struggle being out in busy places. Yeah. And then you have people who are watching you and the stares you get. Judgment, yeah. And that used to really affect me. I'm a bit more seasoned now, so I'm more accustomed to it. Yeah. But yeah, the juggling of that is probably the worst part. And it's not that I don't love spending time with my kids. I absolutely love it. It's the challenges that they struggle with. Yeah. And then trying to cater to all of their needs as well. Like that's a hard task.
It is. I always talk about this on my page, that you get these mums that are like, oh, I can't wait for the summer to have 6 weeks with my children. And I'm like, oh, fuck, like 6 weeks is a long time. A long time. And we always tend to book a holiday 2 weeks before the end of the holidays, so that just at the point that I'm about to have a mental breakdown, we go on holiday. And we go on holiday with another family, so 2 other adults, and their children are teenagers as well, so they kind of look after my children. So that is almost like my breather. And then you come back and you've only got a week till you go back to holiday, and that's kind of getting uniforms ready, all of that stuff. So it breaks it up a little bit, and that's the only way I think I survive, because otherwise I think I would actually have a mental breakdown.
I think I almost had a mental breakdown planning summer this year because we co-parent with for my 3 eldest children. I was trying to work out the schedule of when they're going here and there, and then I was trying to work out when the twins have some provision in place, and then what dates that people could do. And it was like, honestly, I feel like I'm not a planner. I'm not an ADHD planner. I thought I was going to have a mental breakdown, but because I put all that hard work in, we actually had a really lovely summer holidays for once.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. Amazing. The end of this Christmas holidays, I was like, go back to fucking school.
Oh, October half term was our worst, honestly.
Oh, yeah, October half term.
It's the cold, not being able to go outside, dark.
Yeah, again, we were on holiday with other adults. So I was like, you take them.
Yeah.
We went with my mother-in-law and another family. So it was 5 adults. So that was even better. And they never want me when we're there with other more interesting, more fun adults. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you go. Mummy's just going to sit and drink wine. It's fine. Yes. Love that.
All the wine.
Yeah. Right. We are going to head over and do stroller speedway. How are you feeling about doing that?
I'm apprehensive, but I think I can do this.
I reckon you'll be all right.
You know, the experience.
Yeah. Love that. We'll see where you get on the leaderboard. Let's go. So here we are at Stroller Speedway. How are you feeling?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
I think you're going to be fine. Where do you think you're going to go?
I really would love to say top, but we'll see.
So we got this is Emily, the mum practitioner who does Millie's Playhouse. She was bottom of the leaderboard from the very beginning. She was my first ever person. And last week she got overtaken as bottom of the leaderboard by 1 second. So
aiming for not the bottom
the bottom is good. So I'll count you down. You're going to take the baby out, change her bum as clean as you'd like your own child, pop the new cloth nappy on because we're environmentally friendly, pop her back in the pushchair, slalom that way, touch my shoulder to finish.
Touch shoulder.
Happy?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to count you down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Straight in there. Oh God, that's messy.
That is messy. What do I do with the old nappy?
Just leave it on the floor.
Just leave it on the floor.
You were on the way out the door and she decided to poo. So at this point, you don't care. You're just
my God, it's everywhere.
Yeah, that is gross. And today, you're very lucky. We have a mixture of Nutella and peanut butter.
Oh, thank you.
How delightful.
I'm so lucky. I think this is the thing I've had to learn about since having a girl is it gets everywhere.
In the cracks, in all the cracks.
In all the crevices.
Yeah. Well, she looks pretty clean. You've done a good job.
Thank you.
You're not going to get disqualified like some of the people did.
I don't want to be disqualified.
No, you're doing good, you know.
Okay.
Move them out of your way.
Oh, right, safety
in
first.
She goes. She's got a broken leg, but that's fine.
Okay, we're going.
Go. It's good slalom action. Love it.
Background.
Good. No, you're doing pretty good.
Oh.
And touch my shoulder. Go. That was good. Okay. That was a good time. You're definitely not top of the leaderboard. You are 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Oh, that's good. That's better than I thought. I was thinking.
We are here. So that's quite good. There you go.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, that is really good. You're in the top half of the leaderboard. Yes. So well done.
Brilliant.
Amazing. Let's head back over and breathe. So, how was the stroller speedway? You did quite well.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm not top, but you know, I'm happy with that.
You're in the chunk of the top group. Yeah. So I think that was pretty good. And I have to confess, you are the last one that's going to be doing stroller speedway for a little while. Honored. I am taking a break, you guys. I am moving house this year. And as an ADHDer, I think moving house is probably one of the worst things that we could ever do because there is so much logistics and people calling me. I get about 10 phone calls a day currently.
Not a phone call.
And a phone call. God. Just WhatsApp me for Christ's sake. One of the estate agents does WhatsApp me and I'm so grateful for her. But the others call me and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. But it's all the logistics, the planning, the people calling me, I've got to do this and this, and I'm just having a bit of a mentee bee about it. So I'm taking a break from the pod so that I can focus on the house move and getting cozy in our new home. And then we'll see where we are. I don't know how long the break's going to be, but do stay tuned over on titstumsandallthingsmum on Instagram. I'll still be posting content, and yeah, I'll let you know when I'm coming back. But thank you so much, Anna, for coming on today. Could you tell everyone where we could find your lovely workbook and where we can find you online?
Yes, so you can go to mumsguidetoadhd.com to go and find out about the workbook, or come and follow me over on social media. Again, Mum's Guide to ADHD, or my name, Ana Bonasera, if you want to learn more about ADHD or the chaos of parenting neurodivergent children.
Love that. Thank you so much for coming on today, and thank you so much to everyone for watching and listening at home. And I'm really sad, but I'm going to see you soon. I don't know when it'll be, but yeah, see you soon. Bye.